Everyone, welcome back to the Data Crack, where we break down the data and crack interview together. This is the day 2 of our Power BI interview series, where we are covering 70 most known questions in 7 days. Each day we are targeting 10 questions. Alright, so the today's topic is data loading and Power Query, a super important area to clear your any interview of Power BI and build a strong foundation of a Power BI. Alright, so let's start the question without any delay. So the first question for today is, what is Power Query in Power BI? In the previous class, I have already discussed that Power BI is an ETL tool. ETL tool that normally deal with the data cleaning part. Alright, data cleaning part. As per, let's see the definition. As per definition, Power Query is a data transformation tool that is used to connect, clean and reshape the data before loading it into a Power BI. It normally uses AM language behind the scene. We don't need to write this AM language, but it is automatically created behind the scene. Okay, we normally do all our cleaning part simply through a button click in Power BI. And when you use that button click, behind the scene, automatically AM language is created. Alright, I hope you all understand the definition of Power Query. It's all about dealing with the data cleaning parts, whether you are using filtering, joining, sorting, and all. Alright, now moving toward the next question, what are the common data source in Power BI? As we know that Power BI has the capacity to connect 100 plus data source, whether it can be a CSV, Excel or database and many more. Right, so the mostly commonly used data source are CSV, Excel, SQL Server, SharePoint and many more. So moving to the next question, what is the query folding in Power BI? As per definition, query folding is an optimization technique in Power BI where the transformation step apply in Power Query such as filtering, joining, grouping are automatically translated into a native language and pushed back to the data source for education. It is mainly used with the relational database. Let me help you to understand this with an example. Okay, uh, just imagine, we're speaking about Excel, CSV, this all type of a data source. When we perform any type of a data cleaning, like filtering, joining or anything behind the scene, AM language is created. But in database, we use SQL, not the AM language, right? Not the AM language. So what Power BI do is that Power BI automatically create SQL, means it automatically convert all the transformation in its native language, database native language, which is SQL. All right, now moving toward the next question. I hope you all understand this question as well as the answer. What is data folding and why we use it? All right, now moving toward the next question, what is the difference between import mode and direct query in Power BI? In import mode, Power BI normally make the copy of a data from the source and store it inside the report file. This cache data enable the faster performance, full DAX support and offline access. But while speaking about the data, uh, it has only the it has only the capacity of 1 GB data. But when you buy the premium, you have the access for 10 GB data. All right, you have the access for 10 GB data. This all of the this normally you need to refresh it manually or schedule it for updating. But while speaking about the direct query, this is an alternative. Power BI, while speaking about the direct query, here Power BI does not store the data. Instead, it connect to the data source live and send a query each time the report is used. This allow a real-time reporting but comes with performance issue, limited dash function, and some data source may not support it. All right, means we're speaking about the import mode. Import mode. We normally make a copy of our data and import. All the datas are already saved in our Power BI report. But while speaking about direct query, just the column name, just the column name are stored, not the whole data. Just we store the column name, and we do have the limitation for not using all the DAX queries and all. It is normally live, and this is normally offline. Need to keep that in our mind. All right, now moving toward the next question. What is the apply step in apply step panel in Power Query? Well, speaking about the apply step in Power Query, the apply panel in Power Query shows the step-by-step record of all transformation you have applied to your data, such as removing column, filtering, means whatever things you do, means whatever all the step or things, all the step or things that you do, it keep record of that step. All right, now moving to the next question. What are the some common transformation in Power BI? Normally, when speaking about the some common transformation in Power BI, we normally remove our column, or we normally remove our rows or column. We perform group by, we perform pivot or in on pivot, merge, append, replace value, change data type. Right. Now moving to the next question. What is the difference between merge and append in Power Query? Well, speaking about the merge, it combine column from two table and append. It's normally stack row from two table. In normally means normal stack first row, second row, third row, fourth row, means it normally stack the row. Well, speaking about append, but merge, it normally combine the column, it normally combine the table on the basis of what, on the basis of similar column. All right, now moving toward the next question. uh, what is the role of close and apply? It apply your Power Query changes and load the clean data. It normally whatever change you have made in your data, those all it normally apply those all changes and normally help you to load your clean data in the Power Query for analysis or visualization purpose. All right, what is the data profiling in Power Query? Well, by definition, data profiling is the Power Query is a feature that help you examine the quality, structure, and the pattern in your data. such as missing value, error, duplicates, or value distributions before loading it into a Power BI. All right. It shows column quality, distributions, and statistic, making it easier to clean and prepare your data confidently and accurately. All right. Now, the last question for today is that can we use a parameter in Power Query? Let's us understand first of all what is this parameter. Well, parameter in Power Query are dynamic input value that you create and use to make query flexible and usable. All right, instead of hard coding like file path, data, reason, you can use the parameter to control the filters, source location, or logic across multiple query, making your Power BI report more dynamic and easier to maintain. All right. Yes, normally we can make the parameter can be used to make your query dynamic. For example, changing the file path, filtering data, and controlling the input table. I hope you all understand this all chain questions that we have covered today, which was related to data loading and Power Query. In the next video, we will be covering normally uh, the 10 questions from data modeling part, which is really important from the interview point of view. Yeah, thank you so much.